Electrical license requirements for lightning protection systems, fire alarm equipment, and neon lighting installation vary considerably depending on the specific state. In some states, an electrical contractor's license is sufficient for installing lightning protection systems. However, for fire alarm systems, some states mandate a separate sprinkler license, highlighting the importance of understanding local regulations. Similarly, installing neon lighting may require a specialized neon lighting license in certain jurisdictions. It is critical to check the specific requirements in the location where the work is being performed, as failing to do so can result in fines or other penalties. Regarding voltage limitations, the National Electrical Code, (ONIC), generally restricts electricians to working on systems up to 600 volts. This applies to both commercial and industrial settings. However, there are exceptions to this general rule. Residential electricians are typically permitted to work on systems up to 1000 volts. It is important to note that these voltage limitations are in place for safety reasons, as higher voltages can pose a greater risk of electrical shock or other injuries. Electricians should always be properly trained and equipped to work on the specific voltage levels they are likely to encounter. It is also essential to follow all applicable safety procedures when working with electricity, including wearing appropriate personal protective equipment and energizing circuits before beginning work. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for working safely with electricity, and electricians should be familiar with these guidelines. When referring to people who work for utility companies, the preferred term is linemen. While they may possess electrical skills and knowledge, the term electrician is not generally used to describe their role. Linemen are primarily responsible for installing and maintaining electrical power lines and equipment, often working at great heights and in challenging weather conditions. Their work is essential for ensuring the reliable delivery of electricity to homes and businesses. The distinction in terminology reflects the different focus and scope of work between linemen and electricians. Electricians typically work on the electrical systems within buildings, while linemen work on the infrastructure that delivers electricity to those buildings. It is important to respect the preferred terminology used by different trades and professions. When discussing voltage limitations, it is crucial to understand the specific requirements of the NEC. The NEC is a widely adopted code that sets the standard for safe electrical installations in the United States. It is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advances in electrical technology and safety practices. Electricians should be familiar with the latest edition of the NEC and follow its guidelines when performing electrical work. The NEC covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and bonding. It also includes specific requirements for different types of electrical equipment and installations. One of the key concepts in the NEC is overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from excessive current flow. These devices will automatically trip or blow when the current exceeds a safe level, preventing damage to the circuit and reducing the risk of fire. The NEC specifies the appropriate size and type of overcurrent protection device for different types of circuits. Another important concept in the NEC is grounding and bonding. Grounding is the process of connecting electrical equipment to the earth. Bonding is the process of connecting different metal parts of an electrical system together. Grounding and bonding help to provide a safe path for fault current to flow back to the source, which can help to trip overcurrent protection devices and prevent electrical shock. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. When working with electricity, it is essential to follow all applicable safety procedures. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and eye protection, and energizing circuits before beginning work. It is also important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with electricity, such as electrical shock and arc flash. Electrical shock can occur when a person comes into contact with an energized electrical circuit. Arc flash is a dangerous condition that can occur when a short circuit creates a high-energy explosion. Both electrical shock and arc flash can cause serious injuries or death. Electricians should be properly trained to recognize and avoid these hazards. In addition to following safety procedures, it is also important to use the right tools and equipment for the job. Using the wrong tools can increase the risk of accidents and injuries. Electricians should use tools that are specifically designed for electrical work and that are in good working condition. It is also important to inspect tools regularly for any signs of damage or wear. When working with electricity, it is always better to be safe than sorry. If you are unsure about any aspect of the job, consult with a qualified electrician before proceeding. Electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. By following safety procedures and using the right tools and equipment, you can help to prevent accidents and injuries. Furthermore, understanding state and local regulations is paramount for electrical contractors. These regulations often dictate the specific licensing requirements for various types of electrical work, ensuring that only qualified individuals are permitted to perform such tasks. Compliance with these regulations not only ensures safety but also protects consumers from unqualified or unscrupulous contractors. The NEC serves as a baseline standard for electrical safety, but local jurisdictions may adopt additional or more stringent requirements. Electricians must stay informed about these local variations to ensure that their work meets all applicable codes and regulations. This may involve attending continuing education courses, subscribing to industry publications, or consulting with local building inspectors. The role of linemen in the electrical industry is often overlooked, but it is essential for maintaining the reliable delivery of electricity. Linemen work on high-voltage power lines, often in challenging and dangerous conditions. They are responsible for installing, maintaining, and repairing these lines, ensuring that electricity can flow from power plants to homes and businesses. Linemen undergo extensive training to learn how to work safely on high-voltage equipment. They must be able to climb poles, work from bucket trucks, and use specialized tools and equipment. They also need to be able to troubleshoot electrical problems and make repairs quickly and efficiently. The work of linemen is often performed in emergency situations, such as after storms or other disasters. They may be called upon to work long hours and in hazardous conditions to restore power to affected areas. Their dedication and skill are essential for keeping the lights on. When discussing voltage limitations, it is important to distinguish between different types of electrical systems. Residential electrical systems typically operate at lower voltages than commercial or industrial systems. This is because residential electrical loads are generally smaller and less demanding than those found in commercial or industrial settings. The standard voltage for residential electrical systems in the United States is 120 volts for lighting and small appliances, and 240 volts for larger appliances such as stoves, ovens, and air conditioners. Commercial and industrial electrical systems may operate at voltages ranging from 208 volts to 480 volts or higher. These higher voltages are used to power large motors, machinery, and other industrial equipment. Electricians who work on commercial and industrial systems must be trained and qualified to work with these higher voltages. They must also be familiar with the specific safety procedures and equipment required for working on high-voltage systems. In summary, the electrical industry is a complex and highly regulated field. Electricians must be knowledgeable about a wide range of topics, including electrical codes, safety procedures, and different types of electrical systems. They must also be able to adapt to changing technologies and regulations. By staying informed and following best practices, electricians can help to ensure the safe and reliable delivery of electricity to homes and businesses.